Good morning, happy Monday. I'm meteorologist Caitlin Lord. Please be weather aware. Today we cannot stress the safety and importance of knowing what you can do now, as well as knowing what you need to do when that severe weather hits portions of the area. Notice how we're saying portions of the area. That means not everybody is going to see these strong to severe storms. We do not want to hear complaints about you getting missed by severe storms. You should never complain about getting missed by severe storms, because that means that others that are dealing with the impacts that directly affected them from that severe weather are seeing your complaints and complaining about something that they received that turned their lives upside down. You should never complain about being missed by severe weather. You should never wish for these strong to severe storms to move over your house or your yard or your area. Please be considerate, please be kind, and please know that, again, not everybody is going to see them. Just because it doesn't happen over your house or in your yard doesn't mean it isn't happening elsewhere or hasn't happened elsewhere. So what you can do now before these storms move in is just being prepared. Being prepared will save your life as well as your loved ones, your family members, your friends, your neighbors. Make sure everybody knows what to do. Be weather aware. Check daily, if not hourly, today for sure, to know if that severe weather is possible. And I'm going to be honest, it is likely today. Have a reliable way to get those timely severe weather alerts and warnings. Download the KYC First Alert Weather app and make sure you have notifications on to receive those notifications. If you have an NOAA weather radio, make sure that the batteries are fresh and have an extra set of batteries just in case. Know your safe place. Know what to do regardless of if you're at home, at work, at the grocery store, wherever you may be should that severe weather hit. And importantly, make sure your kids know what to do if they are home alone or if they're out with friends. Everybody needs to know what to do if that severe weather hits, regardless, again, if you are at home or out and about. Lastly, lightning is actually the biggest killer with severe weather, not tornadoes, not hail, not flooding, lightning. That is why we stress when thunder roars, go indoors. We are still under a high threat for strong to severe storms with all modes of severe weather possible. That includes strong winds, large to very large hail, as well as tornadoes possible. We'll break this down further, taking a look at the hail and tornado risk. We are under a high risk for large to very large hail with a medium risk kind of stretching around that high risk. Areas in that diagonal line have a potential for instances of golf ball sized hail or larger. Putting that in perspective, that's about 2 inches in diameter or greater. That encompasses all of southern Minnesota into portions of central Minnesota, a good chunk of the state of Wisconsin, as well as northern to northeastern Iowa. Hail is going to be one of the biggest threats with today's severe weather potential, along with the threat of tornadoes. What you are looking at here is our tornado risk. 5% may seem like a low amount. 10% may even seem like a low risk. Heck, even 2% looks like a low risk. But standing here as a meteorologist, I'm going to tell you that that is not a low risk. You don't ever want to see 2, 5, 10, or higher. That being said, a lot of the area in the brown is within that 5% risk, where the areas in the yellow are in that 10% risk. What that means is that they're in the yellow, in that 10% risk area, there is a 10% chance of a tornado developing within 25 miles of any given point. So for example, say you put a pin over Rochester, that means that there is a 10% chance of a tornado developing within 25-mile radius of Rochester. You can do that with any point on that yellow. Same thing with the brown. It just means that there's a 5% chance of a tornado developing within any 25-mile point. Let's talk about those diagonal lines. It means that there could be a higher risk of an EF2 rated tornado or higher in those areas. So let's talk about it. We've had some morning showers out to the west of us that have been moving northeast through portions of southwestern into south central Minnesota into portions of Wisconsin. That has been just rain, nothing related to thunderstorms or severe weather there. What we're going to be watching is thunderstorms developing between 4 and 5 o'clock this afternoon, along and just north of that stationary front, which is also a very, 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 very slow moving warm front. This is going to be what causes these storms to really fire up and intensify as that warm front slowly but surely moves through the area. These storms are going to start firing up, like I said, between 4 and 5 o'clock this afternoon, intensifying between 5 and 6 o'clock this afternoon and evening, moving east-northeastward through south central to southeastern Minnesota and portions of western Wisconsin. That also includes areas of La Crosse and Eau Claire in Wisconsin. There will be another round of some thunderstorms moving across south central to southeastern Minnesota through 8 to about 10, 11 o'clock tonight. Some of these storms could be strong to severe. However, they should be less intense for the fact that these are going to move in after that first initial round of thunderstorms. That first initial round will suck up most of the ingredients for strong to severe storm development, but there's still going to be some lingering. What we will be mostly concerned about at this time through the late night hours is going to be some damaging winds and some large hail possible. The threat of tornadoes should diminish as we go through those late night hours. These lingering storms could continue across southeastern Minnesota until about 10, 11 o'clock tonight, wrapping up between 11 and midnight. From this point forward, those storms are going to continue moving eastward into and through Wisconsin, leaving us with quieter conditions going overnight into tomorrow morning, which means at this time you can happily go to bed, relax, and know that the coast is clear and it is safe to do so. Here's a quick look at your extended forecast just to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at for the week ahead. Temperatures are going to hover in the 70s but slowly drop into the low 70s, eventually reaching the 60s by this weekend with more shower and thunderstorm chances mixed in. Next week is going to be a little bit on the quieter side, temperatures fluctuating anywhere from the low 60s into the low 70s with a chance of rain sometime in the middle of next week. As always, you can get more updates on Cato Living at noon for your forecast, as well as throughout the event of the severe weather tonight on KUIC News Now tonight at 5, 6, and 10 p.m. As always, be sure you have the First Alert Weather app downloaded on all your smart devices. Make sure you have those notifications turned on so that you can get them. Have your NOAA weather radio ready to go with extra batteries. Have your flashlights ready to go with extra batteries. And make sure your severe weather safety kit is packed, ready to go, and in its spot so that way you don't have to worry about trying to grab it should you need to seek shelter. Stay safe, stay weather aware, always look up, and be sure to keep checking back for more updates as the day goes on.